up, everyone? It's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. How y'all doing? Oh my goodness, what a weekend it has been. Oh, guess what? I went shopping today and I got myself a few little treaty bobs, and I'll get into that later on in the live stream. For those that are watching on the replay though, you guys should know the drill by now. Fast forward like 10-15 minutes and I will have started today's main topic, which is was Meghan Hazard's $3 million Colombia tour actually secretly funded by the INVICTUS Games charity? I'm going to give you the information. You guys can decide for yourselves, but I smell an INVICTUS scam. I'm not saying that as a statement of fact. I'm just saying something's wrong with this picture and I'm going to go through it all. With that being said though, hey up live chat, how y'all doing? First and foremost, Sarge is in the chat. Happy birthday again, Sarge. Hope you had a lovely birthday earlier on this week and a lovely week. I think you said you were at the casino or something like that. You were staying at a casino, if I remember rightly. Let me know how that went on, Sergeant. But thank you so much, Sarge, for, let me have a look here, the $2 sugar bucks are my favourite. Yay, the Gigi Doggy Finance moment. Also, as well, Lisa Boo saw you and thought, do you know what? I'm also going to send some sugar bucks Steph's way to ruin a sugar's day. Sending another $2 sugar bucks in another Gigi Doggy Finance moment. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. Also as well, let's see. Wow, General Scott coming in, gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leader, courtesy of General Scott. Really appreciate your face, mate. Thank you so much. Who is going to respond and officially kick off today's gifting wars? Guys, we may soon find out. But the General has sounded the horn. Who's going to respond, guys? Who's going to respond? Let's see what else you guys are saying before we start today's main topic. As ever, anyone that sends super chat, sticker, member only chat, your chats are guaranteed to be read. Anyone else, I'll just pick and choose what jumps out to me, but your chats are not guaranteed to be read, so do bear that in mind. So let's have a look. Wow. Troy Smith. Hello from Las Vegas. Well, hey, up from Yorkshire. I've been to Las Vegas now twice. I've been lucky enough to go twice. I love it. I love it in Las Vegas. Some of my other American friends are like, but I love it. Like, I can go there all day long and have so much fun. Vegas ain't just gambling, guys. You know, there's so much other things that you can do, and it's just amazing, that city there, literally in the middle of a desert. It's so cool. It is really, really cool. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Joe Mess says, I'm in Iowa. It's currently 90, but with the humidity, it's 100. I'm in Yorkshire, and if you were here right now, you'd be pretty much freezing your absolute female bits off. Let's be real here. It's cold here. It really, really is. Very, very cold. Hey up, Pauline and Collins. Hi from Italy. Ciao. Ciao, come stai? Let's see. Buonasera. Sarge is like, take a bow, you two losers. Oh, definitely. Definitely do not want to miss the future videos that I have planned for you guys for next week, because yeah, they are losers. For those that have just come in, we will be starting the main topic in a few moments. I'd just like to say hi to everyone before we start. Let's see what else is going on in the live chat. S saying, love your t-shirt. Me too. For those that don't know, I am dual nationality. I'm also Italian as well. So I might not look it and I might not sound it, but yeah, I've got Italian DNA, so I've got dual nationality. I'm very lucky that way. Let's see what else. Lizzie B, love the blue shirt and the Italian colours on your Steph. You look cute today. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. We didn't do that well in the Euros this year at all. The less said about that, the better. For defo. Deb Scott's last coming in, gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of Deb Scott's last. And guys, that only means one thing. It means that today's gifting wars for this stream have officially begun. So thank you so much to Deb Scott's last for officially kicking off today's gifting wars. Who else is going to take up that sword and shield? Guys, we may soon find out. We'll be starting the main topic in a moment now. But my goodness, Ms. M coming in being like, Deb Scott's last, I see ya. And I know how to do a gifting war too. Gifting another leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Ms. M and Deb Scott's last. You guys are very, very generous and amazing. So thank you so much for that. Let's see what else is going on in today's world. Hey, John is in the chat. Hey up, John, how's it going? My good friend, John, presumably it's him and someone is not impersonating him. My good friend from DC, the lawyer from DC that I have on a regular basis to provide some lawyer and legal analysis when it comes to the gruesome twosome. There's some more in store. Stay tuned, guys, stay tuned. I may also have him on one of the Royal Clubhouse live streams. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Full Royal News saying, I can't believe I caught alive. I can't believe it either. Thank you so much for tuning in. I never take any of this for granted. So thank you so much for being so kind and tuning in. Very, very nice. Sarge, hey up, Sarge, I see you. Saying, birthday was great. My sister and I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Strange but funny. Oh my goodness. Seriously. The day that the my family emergency hit me, I had just, like a few moments beforehand, booked my ticket to see the midnight screening of Deadpool and Wolverine, like the first screening in the UK for it, right? Because I wanted to go in, watch it, and then, you know, be able to go on the internet and not get spoilt by it, right? But then my emergency family situation hit me, and within hours, I had to miss that screening because I was off to Italy, like quite literally. And so I was only able to really catch it. I think it was last week. I stayed away from the internet as much as I could, wasn't spoiled as much as possible. And oh my goodness, I loved it. Oh my goodness. Like, if you know, like, the ins and outs of Marvel, it's even better as far as I'm concerned. It really is. A lot of Easter eggs. That is for damn certain. Katie Embleton, though, says, hey, from North Yorkshire. Well, hey up from Yorkshire. I ain't going to say which part in Yorkshire. But, you know, Yorkshire's a big county, so I think I'll be all right. SEJ429 says, do you ever have sunny summer there? No, the UK is where the summer comes to die, okay? Let's be very real on this. The UK is where summer comes to die. There we go. Ellen C. Rogie, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks. Ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Saying thanks, Deb Scott, for membership. Love Sunday's stream. Hey! Woohoo! Well, I hope to see you in the leader only stream, which will be next Friday, straight after the Royal Clubhouse Live. So yeah, I hope to see all you new leaders there for the August leader only stream. Oh my goodness, there's been so many misadventures of the gruesome twosome. I bet you guys have something to say about it. It's the only time you guys get to call in. So if you don't want to miss that leader only stream next Friday, you know what to do. Hit that join button, guys. Let's see, before we start, we also have, woohoo, Catherine Linkers. This is how you do it, guys. Clicking on that join button, becoming our newest leader. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, Catherine Linkers, and hearts in the chat for Catherine, because they went one better and actually hit the join button themselves. So that's pretty kick-ass. That is for damn certain. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we start. Everyone's saying A up to John. I love it. Richard Barry following Catherine's example and also hitting that join button. Thank you so much. Everyone say hey up to our newest leaders, Catherine and Richard, and hearts in the chat for both of them, because like I said, they went one step further and hit that join button. So that's very, very kind of you both. Thank you so, so much. And we have Jill Downs here. Thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks and the Miss Purple Face. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so, so much. Lisa says, I thought the leader stream was after this one. Yeah, I'm having to rearrange it for Friday next week. My tummy's acting up, and yeah, I'm having to go to the toilet pretty much every couple of minutes. I know, very disgusting to say, but yeah, that's what's been happening all day today. I had a little bit of a pancreas attack yesterday, so I'm trying to kind of calm things and not do as much, and just try and give like my body a rest as much as possible, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was supposed to be today, Lisa, you are right, but yeah, me pancreas and other bits have another plan for me at the moment, so we might be having to use the toilet break screen for this stream. Just pre-warning you guys, I'm just saying. There we go. Danny Scales in the house. Monkey gas. You are an OG, mate. If anyone else knows the meaning of monkey gas, dudes, pop it in the live chat. I'll definitely know you're definitely OGs then. There we go. Lisa says, gotcha. Yeah. And Airdrie says, I'm sorry about your pancreatitis, Steph. Yeah, it is. It is what it is. I know how to deal with it. And so this is how I'm dealing with it. Anywho, with that being said, you see, you know, right, I'm 100% honest because I just said that. I didn't have to. I could have, should have quoted it. I could have said something else, but no. The truth's the truth. That's what's been happening today. I've literally been chilling out, doing a little bit of shopping, like I said earlier on, with Mr. Fox, and quite literally, like, every, like, few moments, I had to go back to the toilet. It was just awful, guys. Awful, but it's a thing. I'm dealing with it. There we go. Anywho, for those that are watching, thank you so, so much for tuning in to today's live stream. We are now going to go ahead and kick off today's main topic, which is, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Colombia tour was secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity. I'm asking a question. I'm asking for a friend. I'm going to give you guys the information, and you guys can decide for yourselves what you think is really, really going on. Who really, really funded this Colombia tour? Because at the moment, fingers are being pointed everywhere, okay? Very, very interesting how all this has actually kind of unfolded. So with that being said, before we kick off, for those that are watching either live on the replay and you haven't done so already, please do make sure you subscribe to join our Alternate Tribe for more of this. Help us get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. With that being said, 3, 2, 1, let's kick off. Because yes, has Megxie and Hazard's Colombia tour secretly been funded by the Invictus Games charity? Well, let's kick off with this little headline that came up, because I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back for people now pointing fingers as to, okay, no, we didn't actually pay for it, it was someone else, blah, blah, blah. So we've got a local councilman saying that Hazard and Megxie's tour of Colombia essentially squandered public money. Now, a Colombian councilman has accused the vice president of squandering public money on vanity in the wake of Hazard and Megxie's Colombia tour. And so we know that's over now, but the security chief of the city council took to social media to criticize the event, claiming billions of pesos had been used to host them, which, quote, could have been used to expand coverage of children's canteens, pay salaries of community mothers, seed capital for Afro communities, or adapt sports venues practically in ruins. Now, the politician in question here, his name is Andres Escobar, and he's also accused the vice president of squandering public money on her vanity, and added that taxes have been on photo opportunities and social media. Also then saying this country could have used the money to invest in our own infrastructure. we are in a bad way and money is wasted for this. Now, I did a video a few weeks ago and I criticised Harry and Meghan going to Colombia in the first place on the notion that it was all going to be paid by the taxpayer. Why? Because nearly 50% of Colombians are either living on the poverty line or living on the extreme poverty line. If they're living on the poverty line, they're earning about $100, circa approximately $100. If they're living on the extreme poverty line, it's like it's like half of that. It's like $40, $50. And more of them are more interested in how they're going to get food on the table, how they're going to get a roof over their head, having a stable, secure job, rather than Meghan and Harry trying to lecture them on social media safety. That's not high on their agenda, guys. It really, really isn't. So for Andres Escobar to turn around and say this country could have used the money to invest in their own infrastructure and that they're in a bad way and that money was wasted for this, to me, absolutely, totally 100% agree. Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Now, since there's been a lot of backlash, okay, ever since we found out that the cost of Meghan and Harry's security alone was approximately $2 million, and we've got this councilman turning around and being like, this is BS, this is a waste of money, what the hell? Well, now they're all pointing fingers at each other. Oh, we didn't fund the tour, someone else funded the tour, we didn't do it, we didn't shell out the money, blah, blah, blah. Let me show you. So Colombian officials have now hit back after Harry and Meghan's trip cost has been revealed. And so the Colombian ministry confirmed that Harry and Meghan financed the visit, reports El País. Now, hopefully I pronounced that right. If not, I apologise. So a spokesperson said from the Colombian ministry, here we go, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex financed their trip and that of their team with their own resources. They denied reports in local media that it cost 8 billion pesos, which is about £1.5 million. But they didn't actually then say, well, it didn't cost that, but it cost this, right? They didn't mention the real figure. Now, events that Harry and Meghan attended whilst in Colombia, it's being reported, are said to have been, quote, co-financed. International agencies are said to have helped contribute towards the cost. Well, hang on a minute. Either Meghan and Harry financed their trip all on their own, with their own resources, or it was co-financed with international agencies. Which one is it? Which one is it? Or was it all funded by the Colombian government, but they're trying to lie through the back teeth so they don't get any further backlash? Who knows? Who knows, right? But it's very, very interesting that with the backlash of how much the trip cost for Harry and Meghan to go to Colombia, and you've now got this councilman coming out, completely slamming them and making world headlines because of it, right? It's interesting now how the Colombian government is now pointing fingers and saying, no, it wasn't us, it was them, it wasn't us, it was them, it wasn't us, it was them, it wasn't us, it was them. Okay. Well, let's rewind a little bit, okay? If it was Meghan and Harry, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, do you think they funded it out of their own bank account? Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Hell freaking no! No. And, yeah. No way. So, what do I think happened instead? And again, this is all my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. So, here, okay, it's saying that things have been co-financed. International agencies are said to have helped contribute towards the cost. So, who could have co-financed Meghan and Harry's $3 million reported Colombia tour. We'll get to that in a moment. Firstly, Karen Evans, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks. Ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Also as well, we've got Barbara Daly with a $2.79 sugar bucks. Really appreciate your face, Barbara. Thank you so much. And Do Ray Mia coming in with a £2 sugar bucks, and my favourite. Yay, the ginger doggy fine arts moment. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. For those that don't know, this is a ginger doggy. Hearts are coming from the tail when you lift the tail from the doggy. What's directly underneath? The butthole. Therefore, this is a ginger doggy fighting arts moment. You will never be able to ever unsee it ever again. You are very, very welcome. So thank you so much, Don't Rate Mia, for that. Guys, I will get to your support as and when I can whilst I'm going through today's main topic, which is, was Meghan Markle's nearly reported $3 million Colombia tour secretly funded by the Invictus Games? Because this is where we're getting on to now. Who else could have co-financed this? Who else? Well, some people are saying Archewell Foundation, okay? And so we've got at Mystify here saying, so Meghan and Harry used Farciwell Fugazi charity, funded their ego trip to Colombia, using charity money for clothing and jewelry in a private jet. Really? Sounds fraudulent to me. At IRS_CI should investigate Archewell. It's not like they've filed their tax documents since 2021. Hashtag Harry and Meghan grifting charity. Now, that is one way to look at it. That maybe it was the Archewell Foundation that may have secretly funded the Colombia tour. Yeah. Now, there's no evidence that's the case, but this is just a penny conspiracy theory, whatever conjecture. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. For me, I think it's more likely that if it was going to be co-financed by anyone, by any international organisation, by anything that is within Meghan Markle's resources. Invictus Games charity, guys. The Invictus Games charity. Now, let me explain a little bit about how business expenses work, right? For those that already know this, apologies for teaching you how to suck eggs, right? But when you have your own business, you are able to use the funds as long as it is directly related to said business. Not only that, but you can also put through business expense as a tax write-off. Okay, so whatever you spend that is for the business, that is on behalf of the business, that helps the business grow, operate, whatever, right? You can then offset it against tax. So, in other words, you pay less tax, right? This is why I'm thinking that if it is co-financed and within Meghan Markle's resources, that a penny conspiracy theory, whatever, the Colombian tour could actually have been secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity. Because you have things like this that happened in Colombia, where they met the Colombia's incredible Invictus Games team on their trip abroad. Team Colombia athlete Rosa Sanchez Bermudez previously told people that the Invictus Games are like a family. Here's another one. Prince Harry playing volleyball during visit with Invictus Games athletes. Hazza and Megxie chatted and posed for photos with athletes on the second day of their Colombian tour. Because they technically, were on also official Invictus Games business by visiting the Colombian Invictus Games team. And not only that, but making it public, showing off the photos, the videos, the articles, the whole kit and caboodle. This could technically be a business expense for Hazza and Megxie through the Invictus Games. Not only that, the Colombian tour could also be technically, a penny conspiracy theory or whatever, a tax write-off, they could offset the whole of it, potentially, against tax, so that they pay less tax then at that point. Now, let me be very clear on this. I am not a tax expert. I'm not a financial expert, okay? But I do have my own business, and within the confines of UK law, this is my understanding of it all. And so, when you literally have the Colombian ministry turn round and say that Harper and Meghan financed it within their own means, and then go on to say that it's been co-financed, the international agencies are said to have helped contribute towards the costs. Yeah, I don't think the Invictus Games soldiers, the veterans that play in the Invictus Games, would be so happy to learn that potentially Meghan and Harper's full Colombia tour was secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity, the charity that reportedly is supposed to be helping them rather than helping Harper and Meghan. But furthermore, a further kick in the teeth, that if it is secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity, big if, but let's be real here, all right, big if, that, yeah, it could also be offset against tax, so that then means that Meghan and Harper pay less tax. Yeah. Yeah. Now, this is all a pretty conspiracy theory, whatever. Again, this is conjecture. Do your own research. Come to your own conclusions. I'm just asking for a friend. Based on what is said here, right? And here. And you then look at the articles coming out of Colombia, all about the Invictus Games, guys. Instead of Meghan and Harper's Colombia tour being funded by the Colombian taxpayer, the Colombian ministries turned around and said that's not the case. Harper and Meghan financed it through their own resources. Oh, yeah, and it was co-financed as well. Well, wouldn't you have it? Could this Colombia tour have been secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity? And Harper and Meghan didn't say a word. After like a full week nearly of the Colombian government being absolutely hammered, being like, oh, you've spent all this money on Harper and Meghan. What a waste of resources. What a waste of resources. The Colombian government was absolutely tanned. Their backsides were tanned for the amount of money everyone thought they wasted on Harper and Meghan. Harper and Meghan didn't say, oh, notice that, right? Harper and Meghan did not say a word. They didn't turn round through their spokesperson, because they do have one, and say, no, the Colombian government did not fund our trip to Colombia. We financed it ourselves. They didn't do that. They didn't do that once. No. It had to take the Colombian government to turn around and say, no, we didn't finance their trip. Harper and Meghan did it with their own resources. Oh, yeah, and it was co-financed with international agencies. It was the Colombian government that turned around and said they didn't finance it. It was Harper and Meghan. It wasn't Harper and Meghan that turned around and said, hang on a minute, everyone's accusing the Colombian government of wasting millions that they don't have. No. They didn't pay a thing. We did it. Think about it. Very interesting. Why wouldn't Harper and Meghan come out sooner in the face of all that criticism of how much Colombians were wasting on them, this, that and the other? Why didn't they come out sooner and say, no, it wasn't the Colombian government that paid anything, it was us. We paid for it all. Could it be that they didn't come out sooner? Oh, at all, really, because it's the Colombian government that's outed them, really, at the end of the day. Could it be that Harper and Meghan never came out once to say, no, it wasn't the Colombian government that funded our trip, it was us, we did it? Could it be they didn't do that because, shock, they've got something to hide? They've got something to hide. Could it be? Could it be? And if so, well, hang on a minute. How did you finance the trip? How did Hazard and Megxie finance the trip if it wasn't the Colombian government? Because again, I asked right at the beginning of this particular part of the live stream, do you think Hazard and Megxie funded this thing on their own? From their own freaking bank account? I don't think so. Especially when, here, it said it's being co-financed. Ho, 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 guys. Now, either way, what has either the Colombian government, Invictus Games charity, or whoever funded this, right? Whoever funded this Colombian tour, what did the Colombians get back from it, right? This circa $3 million freaking cost of the Colombian tour. What did they get back? Naff all, guys. Naff freaking all. And so this is a screen grab from their website, and thanks to Sabira Loan for doing this, because I really don't want to go on their website, screw them. It says here, as always, our foundation's mission is to show up and do good, no matter where we are in the world. Okay, right? Show up and do good. Okay, yeah. Show up and give old little googly eyes to the Vice President's husband. We saw it, Megxie. We saw it. Anywho, the Archewell Foundation is excited to announce 3 significant contributions in the region for Colombia. We'll be providing new drumming sets to Escuela Tambores de Cabildo, supporting a secure environment for local children to explore, learn and connect in San Basilio de Palenque. I'm probably butchering these, I apologise. And expanding the socio-emotional gym programme at Colegio La Giralda. Each of these initiatives underscores our commitment to making a difference and supporting programmes that uplift and empower individuals and communities. Notice where they say they're excited to announce 3 significant contributions in the region. We will be providing this, okay? For anyone that's an OGer, the back in the day when I was reporting on the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, okay? And when Amber Heard turned around and said, yeah, I donated all that money. And Johnny Depp's team were like, no, you didn't. It's right. Yeah, I did. No, you pledged. Yeah, I know. I pledged. I donated. I used pledge and donate synonymously is what Megxie said. Is what Amber said. Amber was like, is she saying, how do I put this? Amber was trying to do some mental gymnastics, right? Turning around and saying that by saying that you're pledging money, you're still donating. It's just as good as you donating, right? It's the equivalent of donating. The pledging, where's the donation? Before we continue any further, Stephen Magnus, thank you so much for the £5 sugar bucks and all the emails that you send in the background in terms of this kind of information. It's really, really good in terms of, background knowledge for when I do these videos and live streams. So thank you so much for that, mate. Please keep them coming. Saying, sorry, Invictus Games Foundation LLC hasn't got that money. 2023 year end, 1,784,000. Since 2021, the financial statements state no patron support. Yeah, since 2021, 2023 year end, 1.784 million. I get that. But this is the thing. It's saying co-financed, right? So I'm not saying did the Colombia tour, was it secretly fully funded by the Invictus Games charity? Because it does say here that it was co-financed. What I'm saying is at least some of the Colombia tour was that secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity. That's the kicker. But I see where you're coming from, so thank you so much for that. Also as well, Sergeant in the chat, I saw you gifted another leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of the Sergeant? No, General Scott. Sorry, Sarge. Sorry, General. It was General Scott. It's nearly 11 o'clock at night, guys. My brain has just done loops all day with my attack, so I'm sorry about that. Sorry. Anywho. Oh, my goodness. General Scott, I salute you, mate. Thank you so much for gifting another leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of the General. We're now on leader number 6 for today's stream. 4 more away from double figures to get to 10 new leaders for today's stream. Can we get there, guys? We may soon find out. We'll continue with the main topic in a moment. But Stephen Magnus, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks, saying there is no financial link to Archewell by Invictus Games Foundation. Are any of them registered in Delaware? Any subsidiary of Archewell and Invictus Games? Any link of any of these two organisations being registered in Delaware? It's just an open question there. It's just what's in my mind. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but I know I get that they're two separate organisations, but they could still technically dip into both, because part of the reason why they went to Colombia was for Archewell Foundation, and another part they went to Colombia was for the Invictus Games. So they could technically double dip in both in that case. But yeah, that's kind of where my head's at the moment, really, with it all. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Nick Knack, thank you so much for the £5 sugar bucks, ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Saying, love your channel, Steph. Do you know what? I do too, Nick Knack. I love my channel too. I'm biased, but there we go. We are definitely in agreement there. Thank you. Show up and do good. What a pair of grifting shizzers. I know, right? And did someone say shenanigans? Thank you so much for the $5 sugar bucks. Again, ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Saying, I've been mixing up Megsy and Amber too. Thanks for the chuckle, Steph. You rock. Don't ever change. Waiting to hear your cow bag. I know. They're both cow bags. They both are. And oh my goodness, Stephen Magnus here in the call, gifting a whopping 5 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Stephen Magnus. That takes us to whopping 11 new leaders for today's stream. We're just 4 more away from 15 new leaders. So who's gonna take up that sword and shield and be like, this ain't how you do a gifting war. This is how you do a gifting war. Guys, we may soon find out. Let's have a look here. So, yeah, we know Archewell is registered in Delaware. Is the Invictus Games or some subsidiary of Invictus Games registered in Delaware? We'll see. We'll see in that regard. Stephen, though, saying no links found anywhere, not even donations by Archewell to Invictus. Archewell Foundation Form 990 is available for 21-22. We're waiting there 23. Yeah, presumably they've got an extension until November now to be able to submit that. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes, guys. We really, really will. But in the meantime, yeah, this is a thing, right? As I was saying earlier on, where Amber uses, pledging and donating synonymously, right? Turning around and saying, well, when I say pledge, I'm also donating. Is Hazard and Megsy doing the same through the through Archewell Foundation? Saying, we will be, not that they've provided, we pledge to provide new drumming sets. We pledge to support a secure environment. We pledge expanding the gym program. Yeah, but have they actually done it? Because my good friend Megan Markle, who does have a PhD in mumpology, firstly announces that Megsy and Hazard are losers, and she's not going to get any argument from me on that. But look, she's calling him up, and you know what? She's got a better freaking memory than an elephant, I'm telling you, because she's like, remember when they promised a washer and dryer to the school in Harlem and they never received it, allegedly, I'll just put it that way. Remember when Hazard promised to donate proceeds of his book to Centre Barley and Well Child? Haven't heard a damn thing. What about the basketball court in Nigeria Hazard and Megsy promised? Apparently it's not being built yet. Hazard and Megsy spend millions that could be used to help struggling taxpayers and instead leave promises of sending assistance and hope people forget, allegedly. Drums in Colombia after spending over $2 million of taxpayer funds. It's effing rude and racist as hell. Yeah. So this is why I say, do Megxie and Amber have something in common where they like using pledge and donate synonymously? Now, before we continue any further, Deb Scott's last coming in being like, I know how to do a gifting war as well. Gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of Deb Scott's last. And that takes us one step further to 15. We're now on 12. 3 more away from whopping 15 new leaders for today's stream. Who's going to jump into today's gifting wars? Who's going to follow Deb Scott's last example? We may soon find out, guys. We may soon find out. But, guys, Meghan Markle is on it. Like, Donkey Kong it. I'm telling you guys. And, yeah, for those that may have missed it, I actually had her on this Friday just past for the Royal Clubhouse Live. So if you guys missed it, it's there on the replay. Join in on the fun. Me and Meghan's Markle, we had so much fun. Such a good time. We had a laugh. It was absolutely amazing. I'm definitely going to be having her on again. And if you appreciate what came out of her mouth when you watched Royal Clubhouse, and presumably you guys did, and if you didn't, if you appreciated this tweet, then definitely make sure you subscribe to her. She deserves to get to 100,000 now. I mean, guys, it's way overdue. So help my mate out. Get on over there and subscribe to her. But all in all, guys, I'm just asking for a friend here. Did Megxie and Hazard's reportedly $3 million Colombian tour, was that secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity? Especially when now you've got the Colombian ministry turning around and saying, no, Hazard and Megxie financed their trip and that of their team with their own resources. And even more still, it was co-financed with international agencies. Could one of those international agencies have been the Invictus Games charity? I'm just asking for a friend, guys. I've provided the information. You guys come to your own conclusions. With that being said, everyone watching on the live stream, stay exactly where you are. I am not done with you yet. But for those watching on the replay, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more. You guys do not want to miss my next video. So for those watching on the replay, or to be fair, live, if you haven't done so already, do make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that gold play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. And with that being said, hey up live chat, how's it going? We'll be going on now for another 15 minutes before I end today's live stream. Again, as always, anyone that sends a super chat, sticker member only chat, your chats are guaranteed to be read. Anyone else, I'll just pick and choose what stands out to me, but your chats are not guaranteed to be read, so please do bear that in mind. Let's see, Craig Mawson, thank you so much for this. Saying, Steph, thank you for another awesome live stream. Keep them up. That I will endeavour to. Just to give you guys a little bit of an update on the live stream situation, though. In about a month's time, you guys will probably forget by then, but I'm pre-warning you right now. In about a month's time, I'm not going to be in the country. I'm going to be away. So there will not be any live streams for that particular weekend, okay? Around about, I want to say, 20th, 21st, 22nd of September, that kind of area, okay? I've got a little bit of a birthday surprise for Mr. Fox, and he doesn't know. He knows that I'm taking him out of the country. I mean, he has to know that, of course. But I'm not telling him where. And I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so much fun. And I've got so much planned. So, yeah, in about a month's time, around about 20th, 21st, 22nd of September, there's not going to be any live streams. I'm going to be out of the country. It's birthday time for Mr. Fox. And so, yeah. Yeah, I will keep the live streams up. But apart from then. Anywho. At least I pre-warned you guys now, to be fair. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Um, So Stephen Magnus says the 2022 Form 990 for Archewell was submitted 23rd of December 2023. Yes, I remember that because it was I remember it was towards the end of the year that we then found out that, you know, the males got paid significantly more than the actual female in there. It was like, oh my goodness, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. So I do definitely remember that. Let's see. JDD says Megsy and Amber, 2 peas in a pod. Definitely. Megsy, I would say, is scarier than Amber Turd. It's a statement to make, I know, but let me explain as to why. How do I put this? Amber, in terms of like her anger, her manipulation, all this lot, it's there out in the open, right? With Megsy, she's much more clever with it in a way, in comparison to Amber, right? And much more sly with it, and that makes her more dangerous as far as I'm concerned. With that being said, as I'm going through your comments, guys, please use the like button as your voting tool. It's the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion, see if you actually agree with this particular thought or not. Do you think, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that Meghan and Hazard's Colombia tour was secretly funded, in part at the very least, by the Invictus Games charity? If you think that might be the case, then please do hit the like button. It's just the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion, see if you actually agree with me or not. I can see here that 816 of you are agreeing with that sentiment at the moment, and there's 1,142 of you watching. Oh my goodness, that just jumped up to 821. Okay, you guys have got some strong feelings on this one. If you think the Invictus Games charity, in part at the very least, secretly funded Hazard and Megsy's Colombian tour, then again, use the like button as your voting tool. It's the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion. That's all it is. Wow, that just jumped up to 830. I'll check in a moment and see if it's jumped up any more. I presume it probably will, knowing you guys, but we'll see. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Joanne 1968 says, sorry to hear about your pancreatitis attack, Steph. Touch wood, I haven't had one since I was hospitalised a few months ago. Bloody hell. I'm sorry to hear that you've had it as well. I won't wish the pain on my worst enemy, let me put it that way. But no, it came on quite suddenly yesterday afternoon. We'd gone out. Where did we go to now? Yeah, we went out to a nearby village, and we came back and we went to a local bar that Mr. Fox knows the owner of, and it had some really cool music. Actually, the DJ there was actually pretty banging. I was very, very impressed with his mixes, and he kept asking me, Mr. Fox kept asking me, are you all right, are you all right, are you all right? And mentally I was like, yeah, I was happy, right? But I could feel rumblings in my tummy, but I tried to shrug it off. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't want to ruin his buzz, right, with the music and the happiness and all that. It got to the point I had to turn around to Mr. Fox and I'm like, I need to go home. Sorry, I need to go home, take my meds and get this sorted. Ended up being a very, very quiet evening. And then, today, myself and Mr. Fox went out, did a little bit of shopping, had a lovely meal. But, yeah, sorry, I'm very honest, guys. The toiletries kind of took over a little bit, and I was going to the restroom every 2 minutes, quite literally. We go to another bar, and all of a sudden I've got to go to the toilet again. It's been an absolute mess the last, 24 hours. So, yeah, I wouldn't wish having pancreatitis or the issues that pancreatitis can cause to anyone, not even my worst enemy. So I'm really, really sorry, Joanne 1968, that you've had to experience that. Hopefully you'll never have to experience an attack again. It's from what I gather from my own research into pancreatitis, it's more common just to have one-offs. It's less common to have repeated attacks like I do, if that makes sense. But yeah, hopefully they know the cause of your pancreatitis attack as well, because they don't know mine, unfortunately. I know, freaking sod's law, right? But yeah, there we go. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Joy Lewis says, tell it like it is, Steph. I will call a spade a spade. I do not give a shiz. If I'm wrong, I will flat out come on and say, yes, I said something and I was wrong. I've done it before, actually. I really have. I've been on live streams and said, I think this. And then someone in the live chat will be like, no, you're actually wrong and this is why. And you know what? I'll be like, actually, yeah, I am wrong. Fair play. And I changed my mind. And so, yeah, I'll tell it like it is. Even when I'm wrong, do you know what? I'll turn around and then say I'm wrong when I find out I'm wrong. Do you know what I mean? I hope you know what I meant there. There you go. Anywho. Ellen C. Vogie says, enjoy your break, Mr. Fox. Ooh, I will. Christina Rush says, so fun. Birthday surprise will be a blast. Oh, it will be a blast. It will be a blast. Nadira Crook. Yes! Nadira is an OG. Oh, you definitely lived through the Amber Turd Johnny Depp trial. I'm donating and not pledging. Love it. And thank you so much for the $10 sugar bucks. Ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. You've ruined a lot of sugar's days by sending a lot of sugar bucks my way. My goodness, the sugars are seething right now. Nadira, good job, lass. Good job. Let's see. Red Squirrel, Steph, we're coming with you. Christian Buccelli says, come to Ecuador, Steph. We love you down here. Aww. I might do. Mr. Fox and I, we want to we are traveling the world, but we want to travel more of the world. We want to experience more of the world and see more places. So Ecuador's definitely on the list. I'm very intrigued about it. Let's put it that way. But Mr. Fox, if you're watching, no, we are not going to Ecuador next month. That I can definitely say. 'Cause it's all set up. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Oh, it's Kim. Oh, hello, honey. How you doing? Thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks and my favourite. She knows my favourite. The Ginger Doggy Finance moment. I love it. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Guys, if you don't know who It's Kim is, she's basically my little sister on YouTube. And guys, you have to, if you can, subscribe to her here on YouTube. She is the home for pop culture obsessions, and yeah, she deserves so much more success on this platform. She really works her butt off, guys. And yeah, in terms of like in-depth analysis when it comes to pop culture, It's Kim has got it locked down. Like, she does the research, she goes in, she finds details and links things together that I think, oh my goodness, wow. I kind of scratched my head thinking, how the hell did you find all that out? So yeah, guys, if you love in-depth analysis, you love linking things together, detailed kind of videos, oh, It's Kim is where it's at. Plus as well, she's got Producer Sister, which I think is really, really funny. And they do a lot in terms of looking at like things that people are saying on Reddit, and oh, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. So please do subscribe to It's Kim. And thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, love. You know you didn't have to do that. Pamela Morrow, thank you so much for $13.99 sugar bucks. You guys are definitely ruining a lot of sugars' days. Keep it coming. We know the sugars are watching. And to the sugars, hi morons. Hope you're enjoying right now. They get pissed when you support creators like us that they hate. So if you want to piss off more sugars, you guys know what to do. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Craig Mawson says, Steph, I totally agree with you about Megsy. Fair play. Who else agrees with the notion that Megsy and Hazard's Colombia tour was secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity? 926 of you have used the like button as your voting tool, and 926 of you are agreeing that you think that Megsy and Hazard's Colombia tour could have been, in part, at the very least, secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity. So if you are out there think that, yeah, the Invictus Games charity could have partly secretly funded Megsy and Hazard's Colombia tour, If you think that might be the case, then yeah, use the like button as your voting tool. Like I say, it's just the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion to see if you actually, agree with that particular notion or not. And that just jumped up to 934 of you agreeing that, yeah, you think that the Invictus Games charity could have partly secretly funded Hazard and Meg's Colombia tour. I'll check back in a moment and see how many more of you actually agree with that notion. But in the meantime, King Bob in the chat, gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of King Bob. Guys, we're just 2 more away from 15 new leaders for today's stream. Who else is going to take up that sword and shield and help us get there before we end today's live stream? Guys, we may soon find out. Tyrano Villanueva, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks, are my favourite. Yay! The Engine Doggy Finance moment. Yes! Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. And Teresa Randall, thank you so much for the $5 sugar bucks again. You guys are ruining so many Sugar's days by sending a lot of sugar bucks my ways. They hate it, guys. We know they lurk. And they absolutely hate it. You piss them off when you do shit like this, I'm telling you. Teresa Randall, thank you so much for the $5 sugar bucks, saying, moving is insanity. Fighting pancreatitis myself now. Shiz the bed, love. I'm so sorry to hear that. Again, like I said, I would never, ever, ever wish it even on my worst enemy. I really, really wouldn't. It is hell, to say the least. But there is a little bit of a silver lining for me. Check this out. So many doctors and nurses have come up to me, right? It's countless now at this point. And they've turned around and they're like, well, you know what? Apparently a pancreatitis attack is more painful than childbirth. So, if you ever do sprog a child between your legs, it'll be a walk in the park for you. Yeah. Apparently a pancreatitis attack is more painful than freaking childbirth. Yeah. Well, I'm never, ever, ever gonna really know. Because, can't have kids, so that's that. That was the end of that one. Let's see. Deb Scott Lass says, Steph, have you ever tried slippery elm bark powder? It's amazing for my Crohn's when I have a flare-up. No. But I'll look into that. Thank you very much for that. I'll definitely look into that. Thank you. Janie D says, pancreatitis is evil. Yes. Yes. And yeah, it is evil. It's an evil bitch, I'm telling you. Stephen Magnus, thank you again for the £5 sugar bucks. Dude, you don't have to send me sugar bucks to send me these messages. You've got my email, mate. Just email it across, you know what I mean? Another option for you. I just want to be fair to you, if that makes sense. You know what I mean, dude? He says, Invictus Games Foundation, LLC, has a solely owned commercial entity, IGF Trading Limited. All profits paid to its parent last year about £1 million. The plot thickens, guys. The plot thickens. See what else you guys are saying. Huh? Lisa, what the hell is going on with you, lass? Are you all right? What the deuce? Lisa, whatever's going on, I hope you're all right. Or that you'll be okay as quick as possible. Oh, my goodness. It's Kim. Illy. Love you too, love. I'll text you later. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, honey. It's Kim. How did I find all that out? It's obsession. I have a problem, and I'm looking for a solution. Dude, you do not have a problem. You do not need a solution, because the obsession is the problem and the solution all in one go. That was a little bit of word salad, but I hope you appreciate it. I tried to kind of like, how do you put this? Like, channel Megsy. Channeling a Megsy. What would a Megsy say to something like this? Maybe a Megsy would turn around and be like, "Oh, screw you. If it's not about me, I don't give a shiz." That could be a Megsy thing to say. What else would be a Megsy thing to say? Let me know in the chat, guys, before we go. Let's see. Joanne Miranda agrees that the Invictus Games charity, at least at the very least partially, secretly funded Megsy and Hazard's Colombia tour, saying, of course Invictus funded, but do they have any money? Well, with Hazard and Megsy around, maybe for not much longer. It's Kim, got to go, love you, please support Stef. Please support It's Kim. Appreciate your love, thank you so much for dropping by. Okay, Lisa. Yeah. You're suffering from headaches at the moment. I hope you get better soon. I hope this latest headache attack, kind of goes by really fast for you and dies down soon. Pamela Morrow, though. Pamela Morrow coming in, gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, up to our newest leader, courtesy of Pamela. Really appreciate your face. Thank you so much. Lisa saying, I'm going to hospital this week, nothing serious. Okay. All right. Whatever it is, I hope it works out all right. Keep me posted, keep me updated, love. Megsy would say, Steph, be quiet. I know what to say, not you. Yeah. If Megsy turned around and said, Steph, be quiet, firstly, I'd laugh, okay, in her face and go like this. And then secondly, I'd be even louder and talk more. You tell me to not do something. Do you know the whole saying of, if you tell the internet not to do something, they're going to do it even more? Yeah. You tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it even more just to piss you the F off. I don't give a shit. I'm going to do what I want to do, okay? I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Like it? Brilliant. Don't? Brilliant. Not a freaking problem. I'm just going to be me and let the chips fall where they fall. And there you go. That's it. That's it, guys. Sad. Okay. MVP comment of the live chat. Nacho paid for it. Yes. Sad. Yes. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yes. Nacho paid for it. There you go. There's the mystery to who secretly funded Megsy and Hazard's Colombia tour. Nacho. Oh my goodness, yes. Right, so with that being said, you know what? On that bombshell, I'm going to finish it for today's live. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. Thanks so much to everyone that kept me company right to the end. 1,014 of you. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned in live. As of me looking at YouTube Studio right now, 10,193 of you tuned in live. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much as well to everyone that used the like button as their voting tool. Do you think that Megsy and Hazard's reportedly $3 million Colombia tour was partly secretly funded by the Invictus Games charity? 1,010 of you agree that that could be the case. For those watching on the replay, if you think that could be the case, again, use the like button as your voting tool. It's the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion to see if you actually agree with that or not. Also, as well, thank you so much to everyone that sent a sugar box. You definitely ruined a lot of Sugar's days by sending a lot of sugar bucks my ways. Also, as well, thank you so much to everyone that either joined or took part into today's gifting wars. We've got a whopping 14 new leaders for today's stream, so thank you so much for that. And thank you so much to everyone that subscribed. We started off at 126,385 alter nerds in the community. We are now a whopping 126,406 alter nerds in the community. We just blew past the 126,400 mark. We are getting one step closer to that million and getting that go play button right there. And hopefully goes in a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Teresa Randall coming in right at the last second with a ginger doggy fart dance moment. And $2 sugar bucks. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much, Teresa. With that being said, tomorrow all the way through till Thursday, you'll be getting your 3 Daily Nerds. Then on Friday, there will be another Royal Clubhouse Live with another extra special guest, so stay tuned for that. And then tune in this time next week for the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. And in between all that, on Friday, there will be the leader-only stream that will happen right after the Royal Clubhouse Live. So all you new leaders from today, I hope to see you there. With that being said, again, thank you so much for all your support. Really appreciate your faces. But until the next time, you guys, laters. Bye.